Hello children, my name's Illier2, and welcome to my Let's Play of Victoria 2. Now, you may be wondering, Illier, what's with the map right now? This is weird. This isn't what it usually looks like. What are all these small countries? Why is... What is this? What is this? What is all this? Well, let me answer you, my child. You see, there is a modification for Victoria 2 that has been constantly updated for... I don't even know how long. All I know is that it got updated in like March, which is amazing that someone's still making mods for this game. But this mod is called the Historic, what was it? The Historic Project mod? Yeah, Historic Project mod. Now, what this does is it basically balances the game out extremely well. Now, if you watched my Let's Play of Texas, you'll know that it kind of failed before it even started. Didn't really last that long. I didn't really like it. But in this game, they made some of the other countries very interesting to play. Now, Japan, for one, was amazingly fun to play in the vanilla game. But now, it's even better. See, it's more historic, because Japan at this time wasn't completely one country. It was all split apart. Then they had like a huge civil war between the Imperial Japan and Shogunate Japan. But at this time, we will play as Shogunate Japan and beat back the dirty, rotten, gaijin, conquerors, imperialists, the Americans, basically. American people. They're going to come over and we're just going to push them back. And we're going to unify the country under the Shogun, and we will prevail. We will invade Korea, invade China, take them over. We will be dominant in the world. We will be the #1 world power. Okay, probably not, but we will at least try to be, and we will succeed. Now, in another gameplay, you can see right here, I played as Imperial Japan. Now, Imperial Japan had a different gameplay. Now, historically, they did succeed. They fought the Civil War and won. But, like I said before, I'm not doing that. I am going to be the Shogun, the High Shogun, and I will live. I will survive. I will win this war. I will destroy the Americans. Basically, turning back the time, changing history, be great. Alright, so let's of course start out with making bureaucrats so we can tax the living crap out of our people, like such. Of course, tariffs, amazingly high tariffs. We'll eventually get gold, I believe. We may get gold in one of our provinces, maybe. And as you can see, you have the Satsuma clan, let's say the Chosu, the Tosa, Sendai, and the Yonezawa? Yeah, no, Yonezawa and the Imperial Japanese. And the Kaga, right here. We have the most land, we have the most population, we have the most troops. We are their master, they are sub-states of us, and they're all allied with us as well. And another great thing, with an absolute monarchy, we can change whatever we want to court faction, which is conservative, liberal faction, which is liberal, or the shogunate faction, which is reactionary, which I will keep because the shogunate faction is amazing. Also, you might notice, the literacy is amazing, especially for an uncivilized nation. So that's amazing. It's an amazing start. Japan has a great time in this game. Before we start, let's check some things out. So instead of Korea, it's the Kingdom of Joseon, which is a satellite of the Qing Empire, which is no longer Chinese Empire, it's the Qing Empire, which makes sense. We can probably go around and conquer Brunei. Oh, actually, we could conquer Hawaii, couldn't we? Yeah, we could. See, right now they're only neutral with the United States. If we can build a couple more ships, we can get them over there very quickly. Let's try that. So let's add... let's make 5. Let's have 5 ships in total, and have 5 armies. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. And that'll be it for them. What else? Let's just select here and here, so they all group up in Edo, which is modern-day Tokyo. And I think that'll be it. What else? Oh wait, here's what I have to say. So if you don't know how you westernize in this game, you might notice this is also different because of the mod. But what you basically have to do is get enough research points to get one of these methods, one of these reforms, I guess. Once you get up to 100% westernization, right now I'm considered uncivilized, then you can westernize, which, you know, does what you would expect. You're no longer uncivilized, you can become civilized, you can become a great power. No matter how many points I get, I will never become a great power or even a secondary power because I am not civilized, at least to the Europeans' idea of civilization. So, you know what? We are going to begin. We could do a conquest on Hawaii. I don't really want to try that, or maybe I do. I want to... Let's wait. Let's wait for a while. Okay, Sakoku... What is it? Meaning locked country. Sakoku was the foreign relations policy of Japan instituted by the Tokugawa shogunate in the 17th century, which is 1600s. No foreigner allowed to enter the country on pain of death. Wow. While some contact with Westerners was permitted in the south, at the Dejima trade enclave in particular, such contracts was strictly regulated and kept Japan in a state of isolation from the rest of the world. So what this does, it basically screws over our research points. Up here, you can see we're making about 3 per turn. We're not going to make 20% less. But we also get less militancy and less consciousness. Oh, what else? So we get 60% more conservatives, 40% more reactionaries. All landowners become 40% more reactionary. Alright. Crisis. Okay, so also another thing in the mod is they don't let crisis happen until 1870s, because like it says, you don't want to see the freedom of Ireland in 1840. That would be weird. So to counter this, they have the option to stop crises until 1970s, or what is it? Until someone researches revolution and counter-revolution in 1870. So until someone gets that, we won't have any crises, which I like. It makes sense, because crises, that's what's supposed to start off like World War I, you know? Because that's what World War I is all about. Enjoying crisis between Austria-Hungary and that sort of... Anyways, so I'm just going to keep crises locked. That sort of thing. Continue on. We are losing some money, so... Actually, no, I'm going to keep it because our administration efficiency is going up. Let's see, we need wool and canned food. Really? We're not getting any of that. We're getting plenty of regular clothes, which you need for clippers. Okay. Never thought about that, but I guess that's a thing. Army of the Tokugawa shogunate. Yep. And nothing much is going to happen in Japan until I believe 1860. 1860 is the time when Emperor Meiji, which is one of these guys, the Emperor of Imperial Japan will die, and then Emperor Meiji will become the new emperor, and he'll try to open up the border. But then the Shogun doesn't really like that, which is us, and we'll have a big civil war. We'll split the country into basically half of these clans will join me, half of them will join the Imperial Japan, and we have to fight. Now, what we got to do is basically take over Kyoto, which is the capital of Imperial Japan, or they will take over Edo, which is capital of us. Another thing, what did I want to do? I was just about to do something. Actually, let's look at this. So wool, we're really low on wool for some reason. I don't know why. Do you, okay, you have 2, yes, 1, okay, so 1 person. I don't really want to send only 2 troops there, so I think I'm going to keep it there. Alright. Actually, what kind of things do we have? Land reform, financial reform, and reformed system of education. Or basic education. You also have university. Yeah, that is pretty good. Of course, I kind of want one of these. So research points when conquering. That will help. Oh, this is what I wanted. So decisions. So what we got here is you have all these decisions for Japan. Huge amount of decisions. Way more than usual. Like, you know, all this stuff. Basically, once we become a single country, that almost all of these will start popping up. Also, once we become civilized, which would help a lot. Change national value. Civilization progress 50%. Wow. So we're right behind it. We just need one more reform, and we'll have it. Okay, so how many do we need for this? 8,100, 9,900, 9,900. All right, what do we need for over here? 23,000, 18,000, 12.5, and 12.5. So if we do the math here, we need 55%. And I want to get it as quickly as possible. Now, if we do basic math here, which I'm not good at, we get 50% civ progress from that. We get 20... Wait, actually not 35. We get 20% because this already gives us 15%. Remember, these don't stack. They're just, you know, that sort of thing. So it gives us 20% higher, but 18... Yeah, that's actually not efficient. Again, 15%, 15%, and farming and mining efficiency, which is great. 20%, but that's 20,000. Jeez. That's a lot. 20% and 20,000. 25%. Wait, really? Oh, no, this is 18,000, but only 20%. This is 25% and 20,000. So, this costs more. Okay, this is 25%. This is also 25%. But this costs way less. Or we can do the military reforms, which usually cost a lot less. Which only give us about 10% each, I believe. Yeah, so about 10% for, let's say, 10,000. So this gives us 15% for 12,000. So this is more efficient. It'll take us a lot less time. We'll get more reforms if we do the military reform. But, oh wow, we have way too many bureaucrats in that one area. Oops. Sorry, Kanto. Whatever. Good enough for me, I guess. Let's increase the education and military rate and the administration rate. What are we at? 100%? Awesome. So now we need more intellectuals. So let's do that. Yeah, so they also replaced a lot of the names. Like intellectuals were clergymen. No longer clergymen. You also have landowners and aristocrats. They switched names. It's nothing different. It's just that. Jeez, we really cannot build any more troops, can we? Where's all the wool? Anyone here have wool? I don't think they do. Oh, they have gold. I really want that gold. How much money do we make from these guys? We have to make some, right? National Bank, total funds, total debt, interest. No, nothing important. Oh yeah, and also another thing. This is really genius. Upper class is on top, lower class is on bottom. The vanilla game's opposite. I don't know why. And wouldn't it make sense that the upper class is the higher class? It's on top. That makes sense, right? I don't know. I kind of like that little feature that they added. It's smart. The guy or people, I guess, who made this mod, really smart. Kudos to them, you know. So what else do we need? Also, yeah, we're kind of getting in the sphere of America. Yeah, we're cordial right now. Yeah, cordial. So they're primitive, but they're cordial. So we're not gonna be able to take over Hawaii. I guess it was kind of a pipe dream at that point. We just can't create any soldiers for some reason. Just no wool. In my Imperial Japan gameplay, I could. Don't know why I can't now. Whatever. Encouraging intellectuals. How many intellectuals we got now? 1.44. That's okay. Also in this game, they not in the game, the mod, they have way more types of rebels. Like socialist will actually rise up, not communist. Socialist will rise up. I guess that makes sense. Wow, actually look at that. They've really expanded upon a lot of the countries. Like they're just either bigger or there's more. Like especially, this is genius. Sokoto isn't the only place here. You have Mosi, the Bambara Empire, Traza Empire, Brazil. They were an empire. Argentina, it's not unified. Chile is not all the way down. Peru and Bolivia, if you saw before, they were actually one country. Another campaign, I actually created Gran Colombia, which means Venezuela and Ecuador and Colombia combined. Another thing is that Washington is actually owned by the British, which is another historical thing, where the United States had to say, hey, just cut it off here, we'll be buds, no war, and they're like, okay, whatever, we'll do it. Really, really well made. Look at that, tradition goes down. We just need one more reform and we can change our tradition. which would be good. Not tradition. We can change our ideology, our national value. That's what it is. Yeah, they also expanded upon those. It's much, much better now. I got liberal. I actually don't mind elections in this game now because I'm an absolute monarchy, and no matter how many reforms I go through, no matter how many rights I give to my people, I will always have the final say in what my faction will be. They'll get pissed off, like they'll have some militancy from that, but ultimately, I am God. I'm basically God. Now, you see, they may actually westernize before me, which isn't good. Because if they have Western units, and I have uncivilized units during the Civil War, I'm screwed. Like, absolutely screwed. I will not be able to fight that. Mexico at war with Rio Grande. Wait, is Rio Grande a thing? Holy crap, Rio Grande is a thing. Okay. Yeah, so another thing is they also added a lot of countries to America and Mexico. So you have Rio Grande, you have Yucatan right here. Yeah, there it is. And Chiapas, I guess. Haiti, yeah. Also Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's a place. I think Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica's a place. Really nicely done. Really, really nicely done. All these countries down here. It's great. Just fantastic. I know I keep complimenting this mod, but it's honestly, you have to play it. It's amazing. Let's turn down administration down to 50%. I want to start making some more money. I know that doesn't make any sense because then there's going to be more crime. But, you know, at 100% administrative efficiency, it should be fine. Alright, so more liberal, more conservative. We're actually going to, there we go, 2% intellectuals. We're actually going to support liberals. What? How? What? Yeah, I know. And Kanto, so right here. Yeah, we want to support liberals because I want more reforms. With more reforms, I mean, like, for instance, the economic reforms, the more liberals you have, the more they want this, and the more conservatives and reactionaries you have, the more they'll want military reforms. I want more economic reforms because they give you a lot, just more stuff. Like, look at this. With improved transportation, which is railroads, you get 25% mining and farming efficiency. And we aren't going to war with anyone other than ourselves, and hopefully by the time 1860 hits, we'll be westernized. Hopefully. I really want us to be westernized by that time. Please, don't westernize yet. Is there a way to, like, no, I guess I can't declare war on them. Like a Sengoku Jidai thing. That was, you know, like 400 years ago. But, you know. And, in Izo, or Hokkaido, as it's known now, will eventually take that place over. It's, after the Civil War. We'll have it. Liberal loyalty. Now, I've noticed that no matter how much loyalty you build, it kind of stays the same. Wow, John Brown's last raid in 1840s? Dang, U.S. Oh, look, Yucatan. Yucatan is its own country? Wow. And, Los Altos, which is a Mexican core. Yeah, and if you notice the FRCA, which is USCA, it should be the Federation, right? But, you know, it's united in the vanilla game. I don't know why. But yeah, this place falls apart almost immediately. I don't know why it's even a country, to be honest. And hey, look. It's Egypt. Wow, they are at war with everyone right now. Did they lose all their satellites? Oh my god, they did. Because at one point... Oh, Mexico was a dictatorship? I guess so. Oh, they're in the sphere of the United States, but of course, Manifest Destiny. Oh, another thing. The United States, when they have, what is it? Manifest Destiny, they actually declare war on, like, Mexico, and they can take over all their cores, which is, you know, all of modern-day America, which is amazing change, because in the vanilla game, you could only take so much, and there was always one or two states that you couldn't take over, and you had to go to war again against them, It's stupid. I don't know why. Another thing, the Qing Empire is unified in this game, and yet they don't actually create that many soldiers. See, only 98. Now, if you played vanilla, you'll know that China, I mean, has 100 million men. Not even people, it's men. Because if you look at this, so our total population's about 8.5 million, but our men is 2.14, because you just multiply it by 4, right? Makes sense. Or about 4. So they actually have 400 million people in this just this area. Like, that's huge. They should have a gigantic army. They should have hundreds. I mean, look at that. They already have over 100. Look at that. Acquires entire sub-state region? Dang. Oriental crisis? It was Ottoman Empire. Egypt becomes a puppet. Acquire Egyptian Adana. Wow. They really want a lot. Everyone's going for Egypt. What's up with this? Look at this. Requires all states with cores? Whoa. Egypt's being destroyed. This is horrible for them. Well, they're not us, so. Let's read the news. Mexico and Los Altos. Netherlands expands. The weather. Cloudy and rainy with north and south. I don't even understand why some of this stuff pops up. Oh! We can build up a reform. Do I want to, though? Like I said so before. Oh, wait, no, there's actually maybe less. Yeah, look at this. So 7,000, 7,500 versus 11,000. For 5% more, we double this. This is about 4,000. Yeah, it would take less to take one of these training methods. So yeah, I'll do it. Reform. Yeah, Tokugawa military. And now, we can change the national value. Wait, what was that? Peace with the Emperor. Shogunate Japan is civilized, state and government, and idealism. Imperial Japan loses core on any provinces. Inherit Imperial Japan, all popular shogunate where is Japanese. Oh. So, we eat the Emperor. We made a figurehead, even so. Oh, so if we do that, we can skip over the Civil War, I guess. But we have to go pretty far. State and government and idealism. That's a lot. Alright, let's change the national value, actually. So we can do ideal of order, which is... What is that? A land and navy organization, 10%. Starting experience increase. So that's like war, I guess. Yeah. Productivity. Tax efficiency. Throughput. Research bonus. That's pretty good. Autocracy. That just looks horrible. Pops will be more conservative and will be more inclined to adopt the current government, fascist, communist, or anarcho-liberal ideology. So, like, that's for dictators. Equality, which is assimilation rate increase, social reform desire increase, immigrant attraction increase, pop militancy decrease. That's actually still a lot. Slightly more socialist, slightly more liberal. Now, these two are very similar to one another, except this one's for socialists, this one's for liberals. Now, do I want to be socialist or liberal? Commerce tech, culture tech. Immigrant attraction, pop militancy. Mobilization, size, they're both really high. Honestly, equality looks better. It just gives you more bonuses for almost all the same things, except this one's just making you more socialist. Which I'm fine with. Again, I am a, absolute monarchy, which means I can choose whatever I want. So, yeah, I'll go equality. Now, what this is going to do is, for the next 10 years, going to hurt us a little bit. Doesn't matter. Going to also get a lot of militancy. It's going to decrease extremely quickly. No one's going to rise up. There's no point. But yeah, that is amazing, though. Look at that. Great. Mobilization impacts. I almost never mobilize. I don't go to war unless I know I can win with just my normal troops. And look at this. Party loyalty, just yellow. Pure yellow. Our people ideology is increasing slowly with the liberals. And yeah, it's going to be a while before we can westernize. Hopefully it's before the Civil War happens, or at the very least, hopefully we can get some wool somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. But you know what? I think this is actually a good place to end this first episode. Once this year ends, I guess I'm just going to save and end the episode. We're up to 3%. Awesome. Look at that. Literacy increase. Amazing. Come on. Little more. Little more. Alright, and there you go. That's going to be our first episode. I think it's been quite successful. I know we haven't done much, but that's because you can't really do many things as Shogun Japan. Definitely a vanilla game you can do a lot more, but trust me, it gets way more interesting in the later game. Once 1860 hits, we will start dominating. I'm not sure if it's exactly 1860, but somewhere around there, like a little bit later. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I've been Leader 2, and goodbye.